Hi everyone, my name is FASHRUL IDZRY bin NAZRI, student ID 202061858, and today I'm going to present to you regarding my thesis, Species Diversity and Checklist of the Herpetofauna of Tun Abdul Razak Research Centre, Tekam, Pahang, Peninsula Malaysia. So without further ado, let us begin. The Tun Abdul Razak Research Centre's oil palm plantation in Tekam, Pahang, Peninsula Malaysia is quite well known throughout our country. However, the effects of this plantation on Felda Tekam's ecosystem as a whole have not yet been the subject of any studies. Amphibians are unusual animals that can provide information about the health of an ecosystem because they are sensitive to toxins and rot because of their permeable skins. By examining the various amphibian species that call Tun Abdul Razak Research Centre home, we can assess the ecosystem general health. Next, the objective of this thesis. First is to provide a species checklist of Herpetofauna at Tun Abdul Razak Centre Tekam Pahang, Peninsula Malaysia. And the second objective is to determine the diversity and abundance of Herpetofauna at Tun Abdul Razak Research Centre Tekam Pahang, Peninsula Malaysia. Malaysia is thought to be home to more than 300 species of reptiles and amphibians combined, making it one of the world hotspots for herpetological diversity according to recent studies. A wide variety of Herpetofauna species are supported by the region's distinctive geographic features, which include coastal regions, highlands, mangrove, and rainforests. Malaysia's equatorial climate, copious rainfall, and sophisticated ecosystem have an impact on this diversity. Reptiles and amphibians, collectively known as Herpetofauna, are essential components of many ecosystems throughout the world. Their presence and actions support the overall well-being and efficiency of ecosystem. Herpetofauna play a significant ecological role in Malaysia's diverse landscape and abundant biodiversity. There are many ecological importance of Herpetofauna. One of them is predator and prey, nutrient cycling and decomposition, seed dispersal, and also trophic interactions. Herpetofauna are frequently regarded as valuable indicator species because of how sensitive they are to pollutants and environmental change. Their abundance, absence, or presence can offer crucial information about the state of an ecosystem and the effects of environmental disturbance. For instance, amphibians are very sensitive to alteration in the temperature, water quality, and habitat degradation. Next, numerous threats put the population of Herpetofauna, which includes reptiles and amphibians, in danger and contribute to the loss of biodiversity. For example, pollution and contamination, climate change, habitat loss and degradation, and also overexploitation and wildlife trades is one of the examples of threats to the population of Herpetofauna. This study has been conducted at Felda Tekam Research Centre. A research centre called Felda Tekam Research Centre is situated in Malaysia. It is specifically located in the Felda Federal Land Development Authority settlement area in Tekam, Joint Pahang. This research facility focuses on a variety of agriculture topics such as crop production, livestock breeding, and sustainable land management techniques. There are 4 habitat locations that have been observed at this place, which is lake habitat, forest habitat, oil palm habitat, and also residential area habitat. For the method, Herpetofauna is frequently sampled through visual encounter surveys, especially for nocturnal species. With this approach, reptiles and amphibians are directly observed in their natural habitats while being thoroughly searched within a study area. Visual encounter surveys offer important details on the presence, abundance, and patterns of the species. This method is done every night starting from 22 February 2023 until 17 March of 2023 at various locations in Felda Tekam Research Centre. Next is active sampling. Active sampling for Herpetofauna entails close contact with the target species using techniques that demand active searching, capture, or handling. These methods are frequently used when researching the ecology, behavior, and population dynamics of reptiles and amphibians. Active sampling techniques enable researchers to collect comprehensive data on specific organisms, including morphological measurements, physiological information, and behavioral observations. Based on the results that I obtained, overall there are 23 species of herpetofauna found in Tun Abdul Razak Research Center Tekam. From the total of 273 individuals of herpetofauna, there are 14 species of amphibian and 9 species of reptiles. The type of species that are found are Hylarana eritrea, Fujivaya concrivora, Fujivaya limnocaris, Microhyla batrieri, Microhyla fisipis, Microhyla hemonsi, Polypidates leucomastax, Polypidates discanthus, Polypidates macrotis, Calula pulchra, Calcrona labialis, Dutaphinus melanisticus, Ingerophinus parvus, Pulchrana glandulosa, Hemidactylus prateris, Hemidactylus frenatus, Cyrtodactylus species, Eutropis macularia, Baroness salvata, Thias coros, Malaiphyton reticulatus, Ophiophagus hyena, and last, Quora ambinensis. Based on the results, Hylarana eritrea is the most dominant species. The medium-sized frog species is also called the green paddy frog, the red-eared frog, or the red-eared cascade frog. Is a member of the Ranidae family. Since Tekam Research Center have many lakes, that is why Hylarana eritrea have the highest relative abundance at this location. Apart from that, invertebrates of all kinds such as insects, spiders, and small crustaceans make up the majority of their diet. The International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) currently rates the conservative status of Hylarana eritrea as least concern. Next, Fujivaya limnocaris is the second most dominant species. This species is a small to medium-sized frog that belongs to the Dicrolosidae family. It is also known as the Asian grass frog or the rice-field frog. It is widely dispersed throughout Asia, including nations like Indonesia, the Philippines, China, Japan, and India. Since Fujivaya limnocaris can live in a variety of habitats, that's why this species has the second highest relative abundance in Tekam Research Center. Based on the data, this species can be found in lake habitat, forest habitat, and oil habitat. The International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) currently rates the conservation status of Fujivaya limnocaris as least concern. There are 6 Pteridoscoros found in Tekam Research Center. Pteridoscoros is a non-venomous species of snake in the Colubridae family, also known as the Indo-Chinese rat snake or the white-lipped snake. Pteridoscoros is a highly adaptable species that can live in a variety of habitats, including forests, grasslands, agriculture areas, and even urban settings. This is why Pteridoscoros can easily be found in Tun Abdul Razak Research Center Tekam, especially in the forest and oil palm habitat. It is a diurnal snake that is active during the day and renowned for its agility and quick movement. The International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) currently rates the conservation status of Pteridoscoros as least concern. Quora ambinensis is also spotted at the lake habitat, specifically at the Snakehead Fish Lake. Amboina box turtles, also referred to as Southeast Asian box turtles, is a species of turtle that can be found in Southeast Asia, including nations like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. It is semi-aquatic turtles that live in forests, swamps, and rice fields, among other habitats. However, habitat loss, hunting for the pet trade, and overexploitation for traditional medicine have all contributed to significant population declines for this species. The Amboina box turtle has been designed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN), highlighting the importance of conservation efforts to safeguard the species and its habitats. There are 12 families of herpetofauna found at Tun Abdul Razak Research Center Tekam, which is Buffonidae, Ranidae, Dicrolosidae, Microhylidae, Rhacoporidae, Gecconidae, Cincidae, Varandae, Colubridae, Phytonidae, Elapidae, and Geomididae. Based on the results, Ranidae is the most dominant family for amphibian family, while Buffonidae and Dicrolosidae is the least dominant family for the amphibian, and Gecconidae is the most dominant family for the reptiles. Statistical analysis of herpetofauna. In this table is the diversity index for herpetofauna in 4 habitats that was generated from past software. Based on the results, there are 7 species found in lake habitat, 10 species in forest habitat and also oil palm habitat, 14 species in residential habitat. Lake habitat have the most individuals since lake habitats is the most common habitat for herpetofauna, and also because Tekam Research Center has many lakes. rank abundance curve by geometric type model for each habitat is generated by the PAHANG software. As you can see, there are 4 graphs. Each graph represents different habitat. A is for lake habitat, B is forest habitat, C is for oil palm habitat, D is for residential area habitat. Based on the results obtained, oil palm habitat has the highest evenness of species. Evenness describes the similarity of species abundances within a community. An uneven distribution of species is indicated by a steep gradient in the RAC, where a few dominant species have significantly higher abundances than the rest. A shallow gradient in the RAC, on the other hand, denotes high evenness, which implies that species abundances are more evenly distributed and that no particular species predominates their community. Species accumulation curve for all habitats also was generated using PAHANG software. Based on the results, residential area habitat had the steepest curve, followed by oil palm habitat, forest habitat, and lake habitat, thus showing that more surveys are needed at the residential area to determine more accurate results of the herpetofauna composition there. Oil palm, forest, and lake have curves that nearly reach asymptote. Thus, species richness and abundance in this area could represent the actual herpetofauna populations. Residential area, oil palm, and forest habitat curve overlap each other, indicating that the species richness were not significantly different in that areas. In conclusion, the quantity of herpetofauna at a specific location can reveal important details about the strength and condition of an ecosystem. The high abundance of herpetofauna in a region is influenced by elements like suitable habitats condition, the availability of resources, ecological interactions, and environmental stability. This abundance raises the possibility of indicator species which are attuned to environmental alterations and can be useful resources for ecological assessment. Further studies need to be done at Tun Abdul Razak Research Center since there are many more new discoveries need to be found at this place. I really hope with this study, we will be more aware regarding the ecosystem at Tun Abdul Razak Research Center, and I also hope there are more steps are being done to make sure the herpetofauna at Tun Abdul Razak is being conserved and preserved. There are few recommendations for the conservation. First, it is essential to preserve natural habitats such as wetlands, forests, grasslands, and aquatic ecosystem in order to keep conditions favorable for reptiles and amphibians. Next, cooperation between researchers, conservation groups, and governmental organizations. Creating conservation networks can make it easier to share knowledge, assets, and best practice. Third, it is encourage sustainable land use methods that can reduce habitat degradation, loss, and fragmentation. Last but not least, inform local residents, landowners, and other interested parties about the value of protecting reptiles and the amphibians. Well, I guess that's all from me. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.